Welcome, everyone, to Crusader Kings 2, a series I have made absolutely no modifications to in the least. Prepare yourself for some premium base game CK2. Okay, fine. It's Umbra Spherae Reborn. We've actually briefly looked at in the past the Umbra Spherae mod, and it's a mod that basically aims to add, funnily enough, the entire Earth to Crusader Kings 2. Everywhere from New Zealand to wherever this is, somewhere in Alaska. Obviously, as you can see, it's still relatively unfinished, particularly in the Americas. However, it's come a long, long way since we have last seen it. And the mod we played the first time around, though, was Umbra Spherae. This is Umbra Spherae Reborn, so it adds a lot more to it, fleshed out a lot more areas, as you can see. One of them was just a map projection, too, so it just added the CK2 map onto a full world projection. This one fleshes out. As you can see, they've got most of Asia done. They've got Oceania done. Obviously, the southern parts of Africa done there as well. There's a lot to see here. It being the month of Weeb, naturally, my eyes are drawn over to the eastern side of the map, where I've made no modifications at all to what you're about to see with your eyes. So we're going to be playing in the year 1066. We are also going to be playing, funnily enough, in Japan, as is the current theme of things, for reasons I haven't still quite yet decided. You may remember, for those of you who watched it, for all 6 of you who watched it, this time, earlier this week, we played Sengoku, which is a Paradox grand strategy game based in Japan. Came out just before CK2 came out. Was essentially the beta of CK2. In that series, we played on this tiny little island here, whatever the hell it was called, as Mighty Clan Panchi. We're not going to be playing as Mighty Clan Panchi. We're just going to be playing as this random guy. Because remember, this is a fully unmodded playthrough. There are mods, but none of my own personal tweaks or changes or anything. This is a massive mod pack. I know I say this every series, but it's actually true this time. This is the largest mod pack we've ever played in CK2. There are mods in this that I've never before... God, that's loud. That I've never before seen in CK2. So, for those of you interested, check out the description. Some of these are going to be new to me. I imagine a lot of them might be new to a fair amount of you out there. Let's take a look at what we've got. Firstly, more bloodlines. I'll say no restrictions. We'll say understood on the Great Trade League. Oh, there's something. In the middle of the night, a comet with 2 heads makes its second appearance over the night sky. Its tail is as long as disease, and it covers the whole... its tail is as long as a disease? Those are literally microns in size. Okay. Covers the whole width of the sky. Above fields and castles, it raises cries of astonishment and fright. Is this an announcement? Is this the announcement of an imminent tragedy? Misfortunes are approaching. I don't know what the hell that even means. Well, here we are. Random ruler, Daimyo Fujiwara Yorimichi of the province of wherever. There's an epidemic. Oh! I might have pulled the wool over your eyes. Pulled a fast one. Was I convincing? The return of Panchi. After being forced into exile, Clan Panchi have focused on the restoration of old pacts and rebuilding of relations with the daimyo they were once allied to. What a run-on sentence. One of their distant clansmen was recently elected daimyo of the ancestral Panchi lands following an interregnum where the lands were left without heir. However, this distant relative recognized your more legitimate claim to the title and proven his honor by granting you the daimyo title in his stead. With Panchi lands reclaimed, all that remains is vengeance against the self-proclaimed emperor who stole your lands. That's right, it's Clan Franku. Currently, Mikado Franco. Go Reiji of Japan. Reiji, I don't know how you say it. It doesn't really matter. He's the emperor of Japan, and we... we are a regular Japanese man who's reclaimed his lands that just happens to have the fucking Sharingan. So we're playing with the narrator mod, of course. There were very little flavour. One of the big issues, of course, with Umbra Spherae Reborn or any entire world mod is you're essentially asking a group of amateur developers to fill out an entire world map. I mean, what, 20 times the size of what's in base game CK2? You're asking quite a lot. Actually, it's probably not that much, but you're asking quite a lot. So, as you can imagine, it's quite thin on the ground, and when I searched for Japanese flavor mods, all I got was anime shit. So, unfortunately, I've had to resort to the anime shit. We are playing as Daimyo Consomme Panchi of Hokuriku, a man who has reclaimed his lands, who seeks vengeance, and has awakened his Sharingan. Apparently, this person has eyes of a bloody red something, This person's eyes of a bloody red, with additional marks around the pupils. The people around them find them as fascinating as they are terrifying. Rivals, the Emperor himself, Mikado Franku. Let's see what we can do here. The ultimate goal of the series not only is obviously take Japan, which in theory won't take us too long. I want to make a Japanese America. So there's Man in the High Castle, right, which is a sort of old history story about what if the Allies were defeated. And as I recall, it's been a long time since I've seen it or read anything about it. I haven't seen the TV show either. But as I recall, half of it is split between Imperial Japan and half of it is split behind... is split between that and the Reich. It's split between Germany. So I'm going to be very careful not to say that word. You know, the one beginning with N. No, not that. Fuck. The four-letter one. Fuck, that came out a lot worse than I intended, for fuck's sake. Help me, PewDiePie. So, a long story short, that's kind of the goal for this series as well, as I'd love to try and take Japan, literally going from one side of the world to the other, but of course you can't circumnavigate the globe in CK2, which adds a nice little bit of difficulty, is we have to find a way to get to America. Because I have no idea what the hell this mod does for Diplo range, but I can't imagine it does it any favors, let's put it that way. Now, last time we played this, we had the unfortunate issue that Japan was so small, like the provinces in Japan were so small that you couldn't really click on them. It seems like they've limited the amount of provinces kicking around in Japan these days, but if you go to somewhere like Europe and zoom in, it is very difficult, besides the obviously coloration differences here. It is very difficult to tell the difference between it and base game CK2, besides the fact that everything is just really heavily limited in size. All the base game CK2 provinces are here, and I imagine they follow the same province ID, so you could do some other mods with this too. But I don't really have much experience with it, and I can't speak too much. Oh, they've got Jan Mayen. Oh, they've heightened it too. Wow. Oh, that's Svalbard? That's not where Svalbard is, but that's okay. We need to keep our magical eye powers alive. We need to empower the dynasty of Consummate Panchi. We need to survive. That's going to be fairly tricky when the Emperor is quite literally out for our blood to start off with here. So we've got to be very, very careful about how we approach things. But to add a little bit of flavor, like I said, to an otherwise fairly flavorless region, because they've got a lot on their plate to deal with, the developers here, I've added a few society mods. The Dragonkin mod we didn't really get a chance to look at, but might be quite fun. And then we've got the Orders of Chivalry mods enabled, so that we've actually got warrior guilds that we can focus on. And finally, we've got the Great Trade League as well, if we fancy doing something a bit more economic. We've got a lot of random flavor mods thrown in as well. So there's going to be a lot to see here. And immediately, we've been thrown the opportunity to get Brave, which would be really nice to get. Oh, fantastic start for Clan Panchi. I'm thinking, I don't know much about this narrator mod, right? But apparently it's just a straight up chance to inherit. But it doesn't follow the regular inherit rules as far as I can tell. It's not like, obviously, if you have a parent that's genius, you could be born with genius. They have to awaken it at some stage. They don't immediately start with it. So I think it just gives you a chance for the event to fire based on if your parent has it. So we just need to have as many kids as possible, because we can't bank on the fact that those kids are going to have the Sharingan. Now, as far as I know, in the mod as well, it adds some characters that basically are supposed to be the progenitors of the eye powers. So I'm going to type in Sharingan. Yeah, see, there's another one there. V, Courtier and Pentagust, whatever the hell that means. What the hell have they got? Lineage, person has special ancestry. Helena. This person is considered the second Helena, the most beautiful one in the world. 20 health? What the fuck? Mangekyo, Sharingan. Okay, this is getting a little bit strange. And there's another one as well. And I know this mod adds a lot more than meets the eye to start off with. Byakugan. Alright, there's the other one as well. Kalga, wherever the hell they are. But both of them are very, very far away, so unfortunately nothing we can do anything about quite yet. But it will be worth keeping an eye on those guys. But again, it's down to basically them and us to try and keep this blood alive. If we fail or if they fail, that's going to disappear permanently from the game. So we kind of behooved a little bit to maybe stick on the family focus for this character's entire life. Actually, probably should go seduction, really. Yeah, how many... Okay, so what are we looking at here? Shinto, +2 stewardship, fair enough. High God names, yep, fine. All we've got is High Priest can grant divorces. We can take 3 concubines, there's always a High Priest. I wonder if we could usurp that. Could we become the High Priest, or is it... if it's unlanded High Priest, right, okay, so it's traditional theocracy in that case. Fair enough. Well, I don't even know where to start. Let's focus on building up this family as soon as possible then. So we do have, obviously, my traits one as well. They're fertile, quick, chaste is a bit of a shame. Plus 10% on that one, but hang on, I didn't have that one. Well, I got another trait along with my own as well. Or maybe Umbra Spherae adds some traits of its own. I have no idea. Either way, we'll marry her because she's got the 10% bonus fertility. She's chaste, sure. But although she's chaste in hindsight, fool. She's quick as well. Oh, man. I'm going to go for that. Bear in mind, fertile is obviously an inheritable trait, so that's already a bonus there. Thank you very much. God, why is that so loud? Jin or Gin? I have no idea. Domio, Consomme, Panchi getting married. We can collect a royal aid duty to pay for their ceremonies. Obviously, naming scheme is going to be, I think, very easy this time around. Clan Franku, our rival, wants to make us a commander. I think it's fairly understandable why they're doing that. We are going to decline the grounds of wanting to stay alive for more than 5 minutes. Take the gold, take the prestige. We need to take some prestige to start off with here because we are not doing well. We're focusing kind of heavily and I think reasonably. Oh, I should have just married a noble woman, you moron. Right, let's go ahead and dig up some... Dig up whoever's nearby that we can take as concubines. I'm specifically going to go for Midas Touch, Lustful, whatever else. Let's just get kids out on the board. A concubine. Yes, he's up for it. Fantastic news. She is Lustful plus Fortune Builder. That's something. Oh, we have to wait for them to reply to the first one, don't we? My bad. Okay, give them a second. Thank you very much. Let's go for her before she gets snatched up. Thank you very much. Should probably try and see if there are any geniuses around. It's all well and good to have a load of fertile concubines, but we might want to... Oh, wow. Is that really all we've got the limit of? Good God. Okay. Yikes, that is really bad, isn't it? Good God. She is tall, but weak. Okay. Honorable, charitable is not too bad. I guess we'll just stick with the Midas touch. Then let's go for her. Boom. There's your dynasty built already. Then I guess groom and heir. Okay. Dynasty, as far as I'm concerned, we've got it in the bag already. Okay. As for society, then, as I recall, the Dragon Kingdom was pretty good. We didn't really get too much chance to look at it. We obviously touched on that very briefly during the randomized world playthrough we did, but then ended up falling apart because of the mods, which I think is probably a warning about this series, if nothing else. Could join the Warriors Guild. Who are you? Where are you? You're down in this country here. I'm not even going to try and guess. I'll be honest. Countries anywhere south of China, absolutely no clue. Wouldn't even want to guess for fear of offending everybody. Sure, we'll join it. Oh, there's me thinking of where are you? Is it within Diplo range? But I think these are just generic. I think anybody can join them in hindsight. Steward. Franku wants to make us his steward. I mean, that's reasonable, given that we are... we do have 11 stewardship. Really isn't no one better in the whole of Japan. It gives us a way to plot against him a little bit easier, so I'm alright doing that. Let's keep an eye on Franku as well. I'm going to toggle him as special interest. Who's he at war with right now, then? The Ryukyu Islands. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That one's the EU4 one. That's the EU4 meme one, isn't it? Should have played there, damn it. Oh, whoa, martial artist. Oh, are there specialized traits for... Oh, that's cool. I wonder how they got that. That's insane. Martial plus 4? General opinion plus 10? Good God. And also gave vassal opinion plus 10 there as well. That's a little bit overpowered, I will admit. He's also got an artifact. Let's see if there are specific artifacts for regions. The Foot of a Famous Solar Man. No, to answer that question, no, there's really not. Damn, I wonder how you get that. We'll have to go for that as soon as possible if I could work out how to do it. I didn't realize that Umbra Spherae added much more than just the map itself, which is already obviously fairly impressive, but if I'd have known there was some flavor to it. Right, so what have we got in here then? Let's immediately get into the warrior side of things as soon as possible, because I can't imagine Clan Franku are going to sit there and just let us get away with having a pretty decent chunk of land we're looking at right now. Is that 3? What's my outline? There we are. 4 provinces. Got it. Okay. Monthly balance is also absolutely insane. 14. And what are our titles looking like as well? It's going to take a while to obviously get used to the landscape and everything. Obviously, it's just the Empire of Japan, but that includes Ainu, is it? Ainu Moshir, apparently, and then Ryuchu, which is the island chain there. Okay, fair enough. And then besides that, though, I was kind of hoping there would be some sort of super empire to build, because Japan itself is actually fairly small. That doesn't look right. It's like, oh god, what's Aku from Crash Bandicoot? Man's got a haunted mask following him around. Okay, that's a little worrying. He's the only person to have the strangeness going on there, as far as I can tell. Okay, maybe it's not such a big deal. It's alright, I was worried that the better-looking guardsman might not work so well with something like this, but it seems to be all good. Alright, cool. I do want to check out the Dragon King at some stage, I will admit, but I know that it can end up being quite powerful. So we'll leave that one perhaps for later on when we're fighting bigger tugs. Obviously, when we get into a war with, say, Song, for example, those guys are absolutely going to beat us around. I'm just kind of wondering, how the hell are we supposed to get America? Because there are going to be exclaves, right? So I think the only way to... I don't think we'd be able to keep Japan and hold America. We're going to have to island hop the way there and maybe give our previous title to a family member and travel across basically the entire planet, like quite literally circumnavigate the globe. The issue is, because of the time frame as well, I think the only way to actually get there is going to be up through Iceland. We're gonna have to be the Leif Erikson of 1066, basically. Go through Norway, go through Greenland, and then head down through Canada and try and unify the US via that method. That's going to be so difficult to pull off. Sure, we can do it. That's the point of the challenge, right? Just how the hell do we want to get there? We couldn't have started any further east if we tried. There was obviously only these islands here, which are slightly further, more easterly. Or I guess Oceania, sure. Damn. So we can either cut a swath through Siberia, go through Scandinavia, or I guess go south into... I mean, Australia is obviously a lot more vulnerable at this stage. So we go down through Australia and maybe up around the southern points of... Go around the southern point of Africa. But even then, I don't think we'd be able to... Is that within Diplo range? How many sea tiles are between it? It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it still wouldn't work. Damn it. Okay, what are we looking at in terms of Diplo range, too? That's going to be interesting to check out. Oh, God, wow. That's on regular Diplo range, brother. We're not playing on half. We're not playing on limited. That is all we've got access to. I mean, it is based on provinces at the end of the day, and distance, too. And what does it count for distance? Shit, there's so much to consider with this. This is so strange. I mean, distance is about the same as well. This is so fucking weird. I, for one, look forward to 2 years' time where the game is so bloated with characters it crashes and burns. Alright, and then, of course, we've got our usual setup of Floki step mod. Anyway, if you're interested in the full mod list, I won't go through them all now, but you can check out the description. I might see about throwing together a... Oh, CK2, great news. I might see if I can throw together a Steam Workshop collection. However, I've been having a lot of issues with the CK2 Steam Workshop, especially. I can't update any of my mods, and I can't seem to subscribe to any, so... That's working pretty goddamn well. Oh, I have to subscribe to them in a very weird way. I feel like it's my moral duty as a member of Clan Panchi to antagonize Clan Franku. Make sure that they remember we are mortal enemies and we are not to be trusted. You know what I should also do? I should also mark those characters as special interest, the ones that have the magic eyes. Byaku... Nothing? Byaku nothing? There you are, Kalga. I don't know if this is a reference to anything as well. I really have no clue. Probably just self-inserts, let's be honest. And then Sharingan. There we are. Okay, let's get you marked as well. Excuse me. Get you marked as well. Alright, I should be able to keep an eye on things now and see what those guys get up to. Wait, they've got... Was that relevant? There's just some random generated house. Are they in Venice? They are in Venice. Oh god, I don't think we're ready for this quite yet, are we? You mentioned meeting with some of the event organizers. What's our personal combat skill? 80. 80's not bad because we're strong, right? Strong. Oh, and we've got, of course, how can I forget? We do have the Sharingan after all, like what Japanese people do. Okay, let's ask for a duel. You don't stand a goddamn chance. Ara has accepted the duel on the other side of Earth, Carib. Holy shit, okay. It's time. Yeah, I guess this society doesn't care about Diplo range. I get a strange impression. Parry. What the fuck? What? I think that was supposed to be a sound of our man screaming. But instead of replacing the death sound, they've replaced the screaming sound. So whenever we fail a round of combat, it's gonna play the fucking coffin dance music. Oh, for... Yep. This has already gotten old. Hooray! We did it, despite the massive distraction there from the orchestra. The referees have stopped the fight and declared you as a victor. You can now be considered a veteran while your defeated foe shall be... To be fair, we did kind of have cheat codes there, my friend. I'm so sorry. One step closer to greatness. Nothing like risking your life in a duel when you are the only person with your magic eye powers. Dear rival, may you live in harmony and contentment. The grace and beauty of Kama is known throughout the lands. We propose that you grant her the honor of becoming my concubine. Declined. Get fucked, Franku. Well, not by her, you won't, because you don't deserve it, you naughty man. I should really think of my retorts a little bit better. Right, let's collect some tags. Let's actually set the council up now that that pretty ridiculous distraction is over. Hunt apostates, that's fine by me. I can always add some flavor, by the way. I'm not saying I'm gonna commit to this idea. However, if there is a suggestion and I like the look of it, and it just happens to be in the comments section, and I have enough time in the day, I will say, hey, that's a good suggestion, I like it, and I have enough time in the day, I'm going to add it to this game. However, again, caveat emptor, I can't guarantee that that's actually going to happen. So, leave a 5-paragraph suggestion about the accuracies of Japanese culture in 1068 at your own discretion. Alright, train some troops. We're going to need troops to... How many have they got, by the way? What are we looking at fighting here? 18,000. Fucking hell. We need to form alliances. We need to form ourselves alliances. It's something I don't normally do in CK2, but a new realm needs a new play style. Let's do it. Otherwise, I could just sit here and build up our realm for the next 100 years and then go to war and then... No, I'm not doing that. It's all about time. I'm going to be a lot more careful this series. We're going to take it very slowly. We're going to focus on each character, and I'm going to build up necessary alliances. We don't have anyone to marry off, so obviously I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. My liege, the ever-improving economy of the realm makes goods more expensive. I humbly request some more funds for trading. So we've got Mitsasuna, who is our trade master, so... This is obviously from the Great Trade League, a mod I have played basically since the second series we've ever done on the channel. This essentially allows you to put an AI in charge of doing the society's functions to earn you profit, but you have to pay an upfront cost, and there's a chance they could fuck it up, but it's dependent on their stewardship skills, so as long as you've got, as far as I know, so as long as you've got a decent dude with decent stewardship on your council doing the job for you, they should do a decent job. We can have them invest, which means they'll buy goods and invest it into the province, giving you bonuses to, say, troops or other things, monthly tax, whatever. Or you can have them invest in pure profit, which will add gold to his personal wealth, and then you can request that from him, but obviously it'll piss him off. I'm going to say, then, focus on profit, because money is more valuable to us right now than having our capital essentially upgraded, and then that guy's haircut is just a complete... What was he thinking with that? That's a proper quarantine haircut right there. Anyway, like I was saying, we're gonna give this dude some funds to start off with. We don't have need for the funds right now. But this guy might be able to turn a profit on it. Might end up being able to give us back more than we sent in the first place. I've decided it might be profitable to take some time and resources to seriously hurt my sworn enemy. Mikado Franku Gorezi is an unbearable pestilence upon this world, and I will not rest until I've made his life a living hell. This is revenge for the Sengoku series, you shit. Can we just kill him? Should never know peace for as long as he shall live. Wow. 25% chance of giving him stressed. 25% chance of us gaining cruel. False reports to his spies. Plot power defense minus 10%. We might be able to use that to our advantage a little bit. What have we got? I want to check our valid plots against him. Fabricate kill him in the Kingdom of Japan. I feel like that is very much jumping the gun. We need more alliances, or maybe we get some help from across the seas. My man in Korea, this fella, Gukwang Wang Wang. I feel like it's a name generation. Oh, that's his last name. Right, sorry. Gukwang Wang Munjong. My bad. Okay. 11,000 men. If we could somehow form an alliance with him, we're a duke, he's a king. There's a possibility of pulling that one off. Get Korea to help us take Japan in exchange for an alliance with what will be then the ruling family. That seems pretty good. You being unified against the Song Empire, which is quite large right now, 60,000, fucking hell. And I was about to say, I assume you can't trade with China because they are quite literally right there, so there's no off-map powers, which is a bit of a shame, but obviously makes a lot of sense. Ah, okay. This would be a good ally to have. So this was the dude that actually gave us the land, don't forget, with his Norse Raven there. Being on the Allegiance Council is not always easy. You have a huge amount of work that needs attention and so much to do. The list seems endless. Just as you're about to give up, once again, my good friend Daimyo Fujiwara Yorimichi steps through the door and asks you if you want any help. Yeah, I suppose. We owe him a favor. We gain his opinion. I've started swaying him as well. I guess he's a little apprehensive of us. I guess he doesn't know if it's the right idea yet to have given us so much land and so much power just because it was our ancestral seat. We're going to prove it to this guy. We could also try and form an alliance with him as well, because his son... Oh, wow, he's actually quite a powerful ruler, isn't he? So he has the Duchy of Sanyo, and his son has the Duchy of Tokai. If we can make an alliance with his son, then marry his son, if we could have a daughter, that'd be quite valuable. Although, maybe we don't want to marry off our kids so early. We might end up giving this incredibly powerful dynasty the Sharingan, and then they could just crush us. We've got to be very careful about how we do this then. Normally, it wouldn't be an issue. You wouldn't think, oh, I don't mind marrying off my genius daughter, for example, to this dynasty because there's a chance they could just get genius randomly, or they could just get it from another person anyway. But when we've got this very unique... I have made mistakes in my life, and this is my penance. Fucking hell, it doesn't end. Stop dying. Fujiwara... Oh, tragic. Good God. So, has that unified his titles? Oh, his brother got it instead. That's probably for the best. Christ, I need to... Someone remind me to disable that for next time. Try to think about the poor people over in the Song Empire over in India. They're hearing that every 2 seconds. Right, so we can try and rank up again. We've done absolutely nothing, I just point out, for the Warriors Guild. We just turned up with our magic eyes, and we're stomping them. What can we do? Let's go ahead and mark some special interest things, as I normally tend to. So request military training, I think is pretty important. We've got the bounty board enabled. So we could see if there are people to hunt across Asia, see if we can find ourselves some bad tanks. Basically anyone in the diplo range, as far as I recall. Getting in shape, that's also fairly important. Let's go a mighty warrior, someone capable of actually taking down Franku. Get in shape. Oh, nice. Shit, that was fast. I guess because we've got the strong trait. I wonder if that plays into it a little bit. But we've already got there, as you can see, perfect shape until 29th of December, 1069. Fertility, health, sex appeal. Sounds the perfect thing for when we're trying to build up our dynasty here. And a bit of military training too certainly couldn't help. Certainly couldn't harm. Certainly might help. Certainly might not help, given that sometimes it does backfire pretty heavily. What did we do last time? We sent false reports to his spies, right? Compromise spy. Sure. We could try and assassinate him, but I feel like a duel on the battlefield would be a bit more appropriate. Or a personal duel would be much more appropriate right now. Stabbing in the back just doesn't seem the right thing to do. Ah, there we go. We only got to see it very briefly there. So we've got a very, very cool immersion mod that basically means I think it's actually quite literally called the Council XP mod. Again, all mods are fully credited and available with download links in the description. This is called something like the Council XP mod, if I remember right off the top of my head. It basically means the longer councillors serve on the council, the more XP they gain in their skills, which makes a lot of fucking sense. If you spend your whole life being a diplomat on someone's council, you'd assume you gain some skill for diplomacy beyond what you start with at the age of 16, right? You wouldn't just go from being 16 to death learning absolutely nothing, fulfilling your duties as expected. You'd probably pick up something. So because we are the steward on Allegiance Council, we just gained a stewardship there, which is quite cool. I think there's any way to track your current... Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, that's so well implemented. CK2 has earned experience serving on the Rams Council as... This is Chancellor, Marshal, Steward, Spymaster, and Court Chaplain. We're getting 50 a year because we are a steward. So when we hit 800, we'll gain another point. I wonder if that scales. I guess not, because obviously Marshal is... I was going to say maybe over time, the amount of XP you'd need would grow exponentially. But it's just flat 50 per year. That's quite a cool system. That's really, really cool. I guess it is somewhat limited in the fact that you could live to, if it's only 50 per year, that's every 4 years we're getting a point. So maximum, let's be reasonable, we're going to get 20 points in a skill across a lifetime, which is very, very unlikely to happen. So I guess it's not hugely overpowered in that regard. Go on then. Put this fucking Sharingan to the test, my boy. Your arranged meeting was some of the event organizers in order to challenge a warrior member. Oh god, 91 versus 62? You're supposed to be a mighty warrior? What does it say? Illa Tonga? Illa underscore Tonga. Okay. Again, it's a big mod. It's very ambitious. There might be some strangeness here and there to expect, like localization issues. Obviously, they don't affect the gameplay. It's time. Oh, fuck. It's just... Oh, we got that stupid sound effect still. Oh, Christ. Yep. Right on cue. Just get through it. Just get through it. Shit. Come on. Get through it. Thank fucking God. We've succeeded. I don't know if you can hear me over the... I'm going to have to do so much audio tweaking. Oh, it's still going. Shut the fuck up. Excellent. Okay, right. We're back in the game. Nice. We are now up to the rank of pretender. As in, I'm a pretender to know what the hell's going on right now. So what we can almost go on... Oh, right, so Warrior Pilgrimage requires actually having an experience in combat, like a leadership trait. That's the word for it. So we need to get actually into some combat before we can do that. I see we can't raid. That doesn't seem very thematically appropriate. No, we can't. Or it's not allowed to loot. That makes some sense. All right, fair enough. So we would have to declare war. I don't even know if external wars are possible. Nuvale Caspelli. Okay, fair enough. A daughter born to us and Sana named Mia. Which one was she? Oh, she had nothing, but she has the kid has comely. That's quite good. Question is, does she have the Sharingan? This character is quite pleasing to the eye, but the question is her eye pleasing to our dynasty's reputation? I certainly fucking hope so. Bearing in mind we've been playing right now for 3 years, and we've had a total of 1 kid, despite the fact we've got 4 wives, and all sorts of fertility-based bonuses going. Etiquette. No. Which is the better one for training in diplomacy? Like, duty? I don't remember off the top of my head. And for a fact, it's not. Okay, humility is not bad because affectionate lends itself well to a diplomacy education. They're all kind of crappy. I'm just going to go with duty, I think. Nah, fuck it. We'll go thrift. We'll go for the very, very safe, as always, thrift. Naming scheme. Anime names. Is that offensive? I don't care. Let's go for it. Generic anime name. We go for Sakura. Incredibly generic anime name. Every anime, as far as I remember. You remember the guy with the Pikachu? That was called Sakura. Not the Pikachu. The guy with the Pikachu, that is. Sakura Panchi is also a phenomenal fucking name. Nice work. You can't shout at me for calling it after an anime character if it's just a generic name. Jin is pregnant. Oh, nice. Okay, she's the one with the fertile trait. But she has got chase to kind of cancel it out. But again, we've also got the bonus fertility. Chance of that being inherited and quick. If we get a son with quick, fertile, and magic eye powers. Okay, so quick, fertile, strong, magic eye powers would be the golden quadrifecta? Trifecta, quadrifecta, quintrifecta. I have no idea. Anyway, gain zealous. We've already got zealous, my friend. You can't help me now. You can't help me, and God can't help me. God is already helping me, and look where that's led us. Absolute ear fucking constantly from that goddamn organ music. Organ music? Coffin music. You know what I mean. You know, it's late. It's very late at night. Pregnancy has caused my wife to develop quite the unusual taste. Most of what she asks for dinner nowadays ranges from mildly unsettling to positively... Well, I've seen a hentai dot meme. Okay. Excellent work. I'm gonna... Oh, wait. What the fucking Black Death made it over here? Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. The Black Death is gonna absolutely rip through the world. So there is, obviously, a distance limit. Unless you are an epic gamer like me and you set it to deadly. Never mind, I didn't set it to deadly, apparently. Wait, fewer? No major invasions? Why would I do that? Default? I feel like I've loaded completely the wrong rule set here. Why did I do it? What was the last CK2 series we played? That's so strange. Alright. Follow his advice. Chance again is stubborn, or we can ignore it and potentially fuck up our training. I'm going to ignore it. I'm not going to take bad traits in exchange for a slightly better combat skill when we've got the Sharingan. If we were to die now of the plague, that would be very tragic. Infected with the bubonic plague, it's nowhere near us. It's actually nowhere near us. I think this is not the bubonic plague, and I think it's a lie. Can we shut the gates now, though? Slam the gates. Slam the gates. Oh, one thing we've also got as well is the, again, genetics mod. You'll see as we go through here. So the more, basically, we have genius in the family, the more chance we've got of getting the genius in the family. Slam those gates shut. There's only one of us with the eye power, and I can't afford to lose it until we know for definite that our daughter potentially has it. Oh, it's also agnatic gavel kind, so this is not going to end pretty well if we do have the plague. I'm no expert, but malaise, fever, and cramps generally means one thing. That, my friends, is the bubonic fucking plague already. Sorry, novice Tsunamasa. I think it's a little late for that now, my friend. What's he got in his inventory? Oh man, I was hoping there would be like actual artifacts that would be... Maybe that's something I could just add for a little bit of flavor. Okay, stinky. Ignore his advice. Please, for the love of God. Take, you've got to save me, my friend. 16. He's got the beard of a wise man. He's got 16 learning. What was that? Franku died of the plague. I'll let this one play. Pull one out for Franku. Good shit. More importantly, we feel amazing. Oh, Franku. You foolish man. We've got mild illness and we've got successful experimental treatment. That takes down to -3 and we've got strong. It's -2 overall. Oh, well, compared to a base game character having it. That's fantastic. So we've got 3 health, right? Wait, no, how does that add up, you fool? Let me do the numbers. Yeah, so we've got 3 health. That's the equivalent of having, what, like the flu in the base game? We genuinely might survive the plague here. Especially if I flip us over. Oh, God, okay. You can do it. Come to my Panchi. Prove us right here, my friend. Oh, he's actually done it. You're not sure how it happened, but your skin has returned to a healthy color. When you've caught the plague, you cannot gain the plague again. When you've survived it once, you've survived it all the time. That is fantastic. 28 years of age. Not even the plague can claim him. What a story. Franku already died. We live to tell the tale. The rise once again in the mighty clan Panchi. Thank you all for watching. For better or for worse. We're going to leave it there for today, because I need a good night's sleep. I've been up since quite literally like fucking 8 AM today recording. It's currently almost midnight. As you can imagine, it's been a long-ass day. But the show must go on. Thank you to the insane top-tier level patrons for allowing the show to go on in the first place. A big thank you to Rage Dragon, Atmosis, Roll2D1 Games, Michael Mullen, Jackson Woodman, Iguana Squad, Tyler Kendall, Surit313, Norstrus, DKO, Fakuna Vasquez, Scott, Wilson Atef, and James Shea for their support over at the Insane Tier Levels on Patreon. These are the guys keeping the channel possible during forever, but especially during lockdown when things are a little more limited on YouTube. Thank you as well to Under the Couch, Jackson P, Derek F, Deadly Kitten Hunt, Panther Pearl, Donald, Warcats, Tofu 10, Jason Sushu, Sam Kears, Joseph Beer, Moira Valkyrie, Cam, Matteo, Mr. Awesome, and everyone else at Patreon as well for their support. Big shout out to these guys. Thank you all for making the channel possible in the first place, and I will see you all tomorrow for uninstalling that goddamn music mod. What a horrible idea that was.